Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope we're well. I haven't done a faves video in ages. I normally like to do my feelings and my faves together at the same time, but I had so many feelings I dedicated the whole video to the feelings and I didn't do the faves. Well, I did do the faves, but the video would have been like a feature-length film. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna separate it and do it in 2 parts. So this is the other part, but I filmed it again because my hair looks better. So, oh, move that, move. First things first, I guess. Got new hair, so well chuffed about this. As you may know, with my hair unfortunateness, my hair not having much luck, like in the last few months, break it down. I had nice chiseled, thick bob thing, absolutely wonderful, beautiful, I loved it. Then I started getting breakage around the top here. It was pretty sad. Don't know why, could have been various different reasons. So I went to my hairdresser. He had to snip at it to make it look like an actual haircut rather than an uneven mess. I was like, I'm really sorry, but I just don't like it. Wasn't his fault, I just didn't like it. Well, no, I didn't actually say to him I didn't like it, but he knew it weren't right, because he was also equally as heartbroken that my hair had broken, so we were both a bit like, Didn't really get on with the short hair, so I tried tape-ins for a bit. Tape-ins were okay, and I rate them as hair extensions, but because these bits were so short, I felt like, because tape-ins can be quite, you know, they're like in sections, I felt like when they started to grow out, and like the wind would blow like this about, you'd see them, and they're more noticeable. Definitely when the hair has grown out a bit more, I will get tape-ins probably again. I had a set of keratin bonds before I went on holiday, and that was a nightmare. Like, we just had such a bad time with them. They all shed out. They literally were coming out in handfuls. My friend Kirsty that did them for me, who is a trained hairdresser, she just couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. So we contacted them and they said it was her application, and she was like, well, this is how I did it. And they were like, it's your fault. And I was like, oh, I don't know, that's a bit harsh. Then when she actually came to take them out for me, the bonds were just like dissolving in her hand, like they were crackling and like just coming apart, and she was like, that's not right. And then they ended up blaming me and saying it was my fault, that it was a product I put on my hair. And I was like, well, I was just using coconut milk shampoo and conditioner when I was on holiday. Like, I was just using moisture. So I know that nothing I had had sulfates in or anything like that, so don't plaster. But so basically, it was a bit of a nightmare. I then went to the extensionist in London because it was like a collaboration thing, and they're great. It is just a salon just for hair extensions. Well, they do cut and colour, but it is primarily for like with the intention of getting these put in. So I got keratin bonds again. I got a full head. I even gone right up to the hairline, because I wanted the fullness around the front as well. And they put them in, they come like down here. I've got a vlog, you can watch it if you want to. They come right down there, and then they cut it. So I went for just above boob length because I wanted it to look, I didn't want it to look too much like extensions. You know, I wanted, if I could grow my hair to this, I would be so happy because I love this hair length, but I just wanted it to look kind of more of like a natural sort of thing. So we had like layers cut into them and it sort of feathered out a bit, just because obviously I've got layers up here and I quite like it. Even with my layers, it's kind of, I love that it looks 70s and it's really rock and roll. I absolutely am buzzing about my hair. I don't know if it's going to damage it. It probably will damage it a bit, but as long as it doesn't take away the length, I don't mind, because my hair is really thick anyway. So if I lose some hair when they come out, oh well. I just don't want to lose any more length. It doesn't require a lot of styling. I curl it every few days and I get this nice wave. I don't really have to touch my own hair. I just curl down here. So that means that my hair won't be like getting any heat damage, which is just fantastic. So, well, happy. Next, I'm gonna go on to talk about actual things. It's empty, this bottle, sadly, but I saved the bottle for the favorites. I had a crate of 6. This is High Tide and it is CBD infused cold brew. Now, CBD is the non-psychotic part of cannabis. You got THC and you got CBD, and THC is the bit that gets you stoned, gets you high. CBD is another component that is generally used for other things. You feel relaxed, more chills you out a bit. Not like, oh man, but you feel just a tad more chill. It's good for pain relief, it's good for anxiety, it's good for stress, it's good for sleeping. This, they put 5 milligrams of CBD, it's 250 ml of coffee. So this is just cold brew coffee and then CBD oil. You can get CBD oil from Holland & Barrett. They do hemp water, they do the oil, they do like gummies. You can buy it in the UK, so it's not like taboo, it's not illegal. It is a natural thing. But I first discovered High Tide when I was at Festival and I saw cold brew. I was like, oh wow, what cold brew? Went over and I just saw it was CBD infused, and they gave me this information like thing, like, oh, this is what it is. And I thought, well, what's it? It sounds pretty damn good. So it's, I like it because it helps me with like anxiety and just chilling out. It makes me feel just a bit more calm, and I like it a lot, and I would recommend it for anyone that has anxiety issues, stress issues, chronic pain. And my friend Zoe London, she takes it and she just raves about it all the time. If you want a more in-depth like look about what it is, go check out her Instagram because she posts about it quite a lot. Or if not, just go on High Tide's website, or just write CBD oil in Google and it will say like a more scientific, broken down version of what I've said. But basically it's got quite a lot of benefits. Some people take it to help prevent cancer and stuff, but yeah, I really like it. It's tasty, it makes me feel nice. It's just good. I like the branding, and they're a really cool company. They're a really cool bunch of people. Next thing, I'm really sorry about the lighting, by the way. The sun keeps coming in and out. It's not as bad as it was last time I tried to film, but it keeps changing, so sorry. Next thing is my frivolous purchase of the year, which I've already featured in the haul that I did, but that is my Chloe bag. Now, I bought this in London when I went. I'd seen these before and I was like, oh, I love the Chloe backpacks. And I have one other like pricey, I guess, designer bag, which is my Gucci Marmont, which is gorgeous and lovely, but I must admit, I don't get that much wear out of it. So I feel, I don't. This, however, is like my everyday handbag. I didn't realize it was gonna be that. It ended up being that. I wore it every day on holiday. I wear it every day now. I love the color. I'm so glad that I've steered away from black, because black is like the easy option, I guess. It's great, I love black. But I felt like I needed to be a bit more adventurous with it. So yeah, this is the Chloe backpack. They do it in other colors. They do have it in black, and I was tempted by the black and still am. And it has this real nice detail in there. This comes up and then opens up to quite a spacious bag. Actually, I can fit my camera, my vlogging camera, my purse, my little medical bag. I have a medical bag. It's just got my inhaler, my migraine tablets, and a couple of lipsticks and a little perfume in there. But yeah, basically all my essentials, even my smint. To be honest, I only really use the arm bit. Like, I wear it over my arm like this. I've worn it as a backpack a couple of times. And you might be thinking, why the hell did you buy a backpack if you're not gonna wear it as a backpack? I don't know. I just really like this. I love the style of the bag. I quite like the hanging straps when I'm wearing it. I think it looks cool. It's weird, like, I don't know, I feel when it comes to designer things, they are a treat. And you know how like some people will be like, oh my God, you paid how much for a bag? So when I use it every day, I'm like, heh, shut up, getting my wear out of it. With the Gucci, I just feel a bit like, yeah, whoops. I bought that, I shouldn't have. Oh well. This is my cowboy hat. It's from Sacred Hawk. It was modelled on a man, so I don't know if it's supposed to be for a man, but I don't care. And I wore this every day on holiday, nearly every day on holiday. Partly because my hair was falling out and it looked awful at the back. I love it. Absolutely love this cowboy hat. It's got this really cool belt around the top. It's a nice size, nice fit. I just like the aesthetic of it. I feel me as a person that I'm my style's not changing, it's just going more concentrated on a certain style of mine that I like, and that is the kind of more classic rock and roll, biker, western cowgirl, skulls, monochrome, blonde hair, red lips, like, I don't know. That sounds really corny, but I don't know how else to explain it or describe it. Rather than being super colourful and stuff all the time, I feel like this is more my vibe now. I don't know, I just like it. I feel like this, I feel comfortable like this, like really like, yeah. So this hat is aesthetic. These Converse, I'm about to contradict what I just said. These Converse, I've only got one because the other one is somewhere in my shoe cupboard and it is a nightmare in there at the moment. But I wore these so much when I was away. and I like the colour. I'm an idiot, aren't I? I say stuff and then I completely contradict it in the next sentence. Apart from this, I was always wanting the pink ones, but I didn't know whether I would just feel like a bit of a Barbie doll in them. Like, I didn't know if they were going to be too pink for me, you know? But I wore them, and I found myself wearing them with nearly everything. They just worked. I feel like this particular pink Converse is like a classic pink. You know, like you got like the black ones, the red ones, the white ones. I think the pink ones also fit into the classic category. I like that they're getting a bit dirty. It makes me feel like they're getting a bit of, they're looking a bit like knocked up. They look like they've got a little life in them. I find Converse that are a bit, I love Converse that are a bit scuffed up, because I feel that they've seen stuff, that they've experienced life, they've got a bit of fun, they've got a few stories to tell. Converse All-Stars are like that classic shoe, and I feel like, yeah, what have you got to tell me, huh? You had some adventures, didn't you, in Santa Monica, baby? But they're so, I feel like they're just sort of a very good versatile shoe and colour, because of like I said, they're a classic, so. And I just love Converse. They're my weakness. Lip stuff that I'm raving at the moment is the new Buxom range, which is the like Vava Plump. They're basically lip plumping glosses, which give you that tingly feeling, but they just look, I don't know like how big they make your lips grow. I don't even know. They just make them look a bit more, and also because they're glossy. They're obviously very reflective and shiny, so again, they just make them look bigger and more voluptuous. I love them. I was lucky enough to get a press parcel package with them all in, with loads, and I was like, whoa, I'm actually gonna find it hard to sort through these because I love them all. Come on, son, stop it, just stop it. So I'm wearing Boldly Go at the moment, but I've got loads of other colours that I just absolutely love. So check them out. I like matte lipstick, I still do, but I'm seeing the appeal of gloss again. Just like that kind of shiny look. Fragrance wise, I got a fragrance from Duty Free. This is Jo Malone Dark Amber and Ginger Lily, and I got it obviously duty free, so it was cheaper. I have that thing, I don't know if you know this, that I like to buy a fragrance when I go on like an epic holiday, because I find that when I wear it, it takes me back to the time of that holiday. Do you know what I mean? So I've got one for my first time in Disneyland, Florida, and that just makes me think of Rice Krispie cakes, Starbucks, Mickey ears and sunshine. Like, it's a really nice feeling, nice happy memory, and it just initially makes you feel that, because your smell receptors are some of the most sensitive they may remember. This just reminds me of Vancouver and being on the road. So I just, like, as soon as I smell it, all them images come into my head, and the feeling, and like, yeah, I get the feeling of what it was like being there. It's very smooth, this smell. Yeah, it's got a smooth, some of the manly ones I like kind of like, but this one's quite smooth and sexy, I think. One more item, a new ring. This is my Great Frog, the small kudu. I bought this when I was in London, when me and Mark went on our little shopping trip, and it came when I was away. It was in a little parcel waiting for me. I love this. See, this ring has inspired me so much that I'm getting my office redecorated, and I'm gonna get like a bull skull or something to put on the wall. Probably, obviously, like a fake one. But I love the look of it. It's so cool. It does catch on a lot. So if you're wearing like knitwear or tights, take this fucking thing off before you want to undress or whatever, because it just gets in all the gaps. But I love it, but it doesn't actually catch on much else, and it's very comfortable. You wear it the right way up, it will be comfortable. I haven't been wearing my Mickey one though since getting this. So I'm like, oh, that's quite a lot, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll just go, fuck it, I'll wear it, whatever. But that was Great Frog. But non-item things that I like. So there is an artist that was, Connor actually sent me a song, and he knows me too well, that boy. It is Daniel Romano, and he sent me a song called There Are Lines in My Face. And it's a song about basically, it's a very good song. Basically, it's along the premise of there are lines in my face that aren't from smiling, they're from being sad. And how people probably perceive you because you look happy, that you're okay, but actually you're not okay on the inside. And that you should never just assume someone's all right, I guess. That's what it means. But he's like a country guy, and I think he's great. And I love his music. So he's been a favourite this month. I've been listening to him. Because I've been listening to his music so much, like, I find myself in the kitchen making up my own like country songs, like with the same kind of melody and like Let's try and make one up now. There is a squirrel on my garden fence. I don't know what he's doing there. It reminds me of the time that I saw you at the bottom of my stairs. Oh, what am I doing? I have finished Vikings so far. I finished season 5 on the train and was like, what the hell? That can't be the end. But it was the end, but it wasn't the end. And I'm just too confused by the way that this episode has just been left. I thought it was the last one. So I Googled Vikings ending, and then there was a trailer for the next bit. I was like, yes! So that comes out in November, and I'm hoping it's not just gonna be on the History Channel to start with, because I'm desperate to watch the next part. So, oh, I love it. It's made me well into history as well. Like, I know it's not like 100% accurate and like to the history, but it basically has got like Lagerfeld, she was real. There was Ivor the Boneless, he was real, he took over York. Like, there are things and people that were real, and I guess they are telling the story, but in more of a TV way. But I love it. So it's made me super into that kind of shit. So that has made me move on to Black Sails. Currently, I've only watched one episode, but I loved it. So I've been too busy to watch more, so I will watch more. I'm loving the season change. I feel like, especially when autumn and spring comes around, I think there's a real feeling of self-change as well, and self-improvement and changing things up a bit. Maybe, I definitely feel like that right now. I'm like, yeah, I need a change. Leaves are on the floor, which I like to crunch under my shoes. I think next time I do favourites, I'll probably put in a bit more skincare and some more makeup stuff, because I am trying out new things, so kind of want to test it a bit before I talk about it. Just so I've got like a proper on it. Okay, that's it everyone. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.